friends, this is Jennifer Terri and welcome to another Philippine travel update. And this video is more on tourism. We haven't had a tourism update video for quite a while. If you watched my last video, we talked about how there is now a small working group that has been created to study and formulate protocols for inbound international travel of fully vaccinated individuals. So with this, a lot of people again are talking about tourism. Will the Philippines reopen soon? So about this small working group, it was announced further that it will be chaired by the Secretary of the Department of Foreign Affairs, Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin, and then co-chaired by the Department of Tourism Secretary Puyat. Following the creation of this small working group, the Department of Tourism proposed to the IATF the setting up of a green lane that would facilitate the entry of vaccinated foreign visitors. Again, fully vaccinated foreign visitors. Somebody today messaged me, how about those who received half dose? No man, it clearly states fully vaccinated. Anyway, keep going. The green lane, this green lane that they were talking about, will pave the way for the reopening of our tourist destinations who are now fully vaccinated. It will give the jobs back to many of our tourism workers and gradually revive the tourism industry in the country. The Department of Tourism said once approved, it will allow qualified travelers to visit for leisure, as quarantine rules are being relaxed with the progress of the vaccination worldwide. And with several countries opening up their major destinations like Europe, I heard they will be accepting vaccinated travelers. So the Department of Tourism said we must keep pace with our neighbors and the rest of the world in slowly reopening our tourist destinations. Interestingly, Octa Research, which is an independent research group in the Philippines whose opinion is highly regarded by the Philippine government when it comes to handling this COVID-19 pandemic. This Octa Research Group expressed their support for the proposal to establish this green lane for travelers from other countries who are fully vaccinated. In a statement by Father Nicanor Austriaco, an Octa Fellow and molecular biologist, he said, "I am very supportive of that proposal only because I know of many of our kababayans in the United States who are fully vaccinated and they would like to return to the Philippines to visit their families, but they are deterred by the extensive quarantine requirement." He also stressed out the need to establish a verification mechanism to ensure that the travelers are indeed received their vaccines, noting that the vaccination cards currently issued in the United States may easily be forged. He also said, "We know that Pfizer and Moderna vaccines prevent transmissions. They don't simply prevent infection, but they prevent transmission. So the risk for a fully vaccinated person, at least with these two vaccines, to bring the virus in this is very small." So there you go, Octa Research approves. Wow. So different government agencies since last year have expressed their support of a COVID-19 passport or allowing fully vaccinated travelers. In a press release last year, December 14, by the Bureau of Immigration, Jaime Morente, the commissioner, said he welcomes the proposal to introduce a COVID-19 passport for international travelers, saying it will speed up immigration processing at the airports and facilitate the revival of tourism and travel industry in the Philippines. If you can remember, also last month we talked about how Philippine Airlines will do a trial run of the IATA Travel Pass, which is kind of similar to a COVID-19 passport. So Philippine Airlines will run their tests this month, May to June 2000, for their flights from Manila to Los Angeles and Singapore. And ever since last year, the Department of Tourism Secretary Ms. Puyat have expressed her support for this COVID-19 passport as well. And the chairman of that working group that has been made recently that will make the protocols for fully vaccinated travelers is chaired by Department of Secretary Foreign Affairs Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin. Now, Teddy Boy Locsin expressed his support as well. In his tweet last May 19, he said, "I want families reunited, foreigners who invested but the threat of infection can only be debunked by vaccination passports. Can't see any way out. WHO says it will be worse this year. I don't see a fundamental right of anti-vaxxers living like vaccinated. I may be wrong, doubt it. Ooh. Any anti-vaxxer here? So we can really see different government agencies are in support. DOT, DFA, Bureau of Immigration. Even if you can remember, last month, the mayor of Lapu-Lapu City is welcoming fully vaccinated travelers, and Boracay wants to open up as well to foreign tourists. So a lot of government agencies, local governments are really in support, no? Earlier, the Department of Tourism said the lifting of travel restrictions and the quick recovery of our tourism industry and the national economy as a whole hinge heavily on the health and safety of our tourism workers. Which leads us to the question, are our workers in the tourism industry vaccinated? Now, with the current role of our vaccination in the Philippines, they are not yet covered. So if we look at other countries like Maldives, Thailand, Dubai, they opened their country to tourism, but they vaccinated their tourism workers first, right? Like what they did in Phuket, where they vaccinated everyone who worked in the tourism industry. So we have to look at our own people as well. So currently, our vaccination rollout is we're vaccinating frontliners, medical workers, senior citizens, people with comorbidity. Who's next? People who are working. So here. Our Department of Secretary, Ms. Puyat, expects tourism workers to be vaccinated at least by the end of May. She said, I am happy that the vaccines are coming in the country, and also our tourism workers are already in the priority list for the vaccination program. That is on the A4. Okay, A4. So currently we're on A3. That's the latest. She said, I'm excited that at least they will get the vaccines by the end of May so that we can continue to operate. So there are already people in the tourism industry that are vaccinated, those who are working in the quarantine hotels. They're at this stage right now because they are frontliners. Immigration officers as well are being vaccinated now. Department of Tourism Secretary said that she's received words that the LGUs or local government units have already covered the majority of those in the A1 to A3 classification, and they will begin vaccinating those in the A4 group. Now, frontline workers in essential sectors, including those who are working in hotels and accommodation establishments, are included in that A4 category. So they are next. So for now, guys, you know what? My opinion, what I can say is that with this small working group, it's more likely that they will change the protocols for Filipinos arriving in the Philippines who are fully vaccinated. That's what I see now. And that will really help a lot of people, even those who are not fully vaccinated yet or not vaccinated yet. Because if we can make a protocol, we can shorten the quarantine or remove the quarantine in the hotel for fully vaccinated travelers, then we can increase our travel cap. Then there will be less flight cancellations and more people can come home to the Philippines. No? Now, as with the tourist, my opinion is, I think we have to first vaccinate our own people, those who will be working in the tourism industry, before we can open up to fully vaccinated travelers. Just my opinion, we need to vaccinate our own people who will be serving your drinks, who will be cleaning your room, who will be doing bartending and all that. They have to be protected too. That's our update. But look, guys, things are looking out positive, no? Positive so far with this new small working group and Octa Research in support, very supportive. We'll keep an eye on what is to happen for the following days. I'll always update you, you know that. And a lot of people ask me, Jennifer, when will the Philippines open up to foreign tourists? Look, I don't know. I don't think anybody really knows as to when exactly. But I'll be here to update you for any changes. That's what's going on. I know a lot of you are waiting to enter. I hope this small working group will act fast, decisive. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and spread it to anyone who has been waiting to enter the Philippines so that they can know what's going on, what's the update. And I'll see you again with another travel update in the Philippines. Salamat and God bless. Bye-bye.